music, and more. Music so...
Hi, I'm Travis Kolosinski. Do you have a crack or chip in your windshield? Why not let Inked Auto Glass take care of that problem for you? We offer lifetime warranty on all workmanship. New rubber, new seals used in all windshield replacements, unless noted. First chip repair is free with replacement. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Mobile service is available for your convenience. We work with all insurance companies. So give me a call now, 602-460-3838. That's 602-460-3838. Or you can go to my website, www.inkedautoglass.com, for a free quote. Please reach out. Let's see what we can do for you.
Aw, wasn't that cool? See if we get any viewers, hopefully. All right. Well, welcome. We're Rockin' Free Live with Rockin' Free Music News. With Penny Freeman and
Travis.
That's Travis.
Travis.
Yeah, it says it right there on the bottom of the screen.
Hey, looky there. Kind of hard to miss, huh?
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So episode number 2. Here we are.
Oh wait,
Yay.
episode number 2, right here.
2. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, hopefully we get some viewers in other than ourselves.
Yeah, I can't even watch. I'm looking at our notes on my phone.
Oh, poop.
Yeah. I'm yelling at
All
the
right.
kids. Hey, kids. Why don't you guys bring me something so I can watch my own show, will ya? So,
right.
anyways, what the hell's going on out there today, world?
Yeah. So, let's see. What are you doing this weekend, Travis?
I am going to go see the Almighty Testament tomorrow night with my kid over here. Where's he at? That's right. Bryce and I are going to travel down to Tucson tomorrow.
Cool.
And see Testament and Exodus and Death Angel. Show that
Nice.
I have been waiting on for like 2 years.
Cool.
Figure, you know. Yeah, Bryce is my partner in crime when it comes to going to concerts and stuff. A kid after my own heart. See, come on over, Bryce. Say hey to the world.
Hey, Bryce.
Boy.
It's always good to have a concert buddy.
It is.
Oh, let me see that. Let me see that. Oh.
I love too.
Oh, look at.
What's he
So,
looking at?
Trevor just brought this in, and I'm like, ooh, give me that, because I don't know if you've seen the post that Christian posted with that. So now I can say, I got mine. Mocha caramel latte flavor cream Oreos.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll pass on that.
This is not an ad, by the way. But
this is
you gotta hide them.
enjoyment.
We gotta hide them. Of course, hopefully my son's not watching the video.
Tough luck. Lock them in the safe.
I know. I gotta hide them. Yeah, he'll eat them all up.
So,
all right.
Anyways,
so there you go, Christian. I finally got mine, and Iggy, he's like posting spaghetti Oreos, and
yeah, you guys can have all the Oreos in the world.
But the cherry Coke one, I'm like, I might try that one. I don't know if that's for real or if it's made up or what, but yeah. So I can't wait to try that. So I should do a taste test right here. If they were watching, I'd be like, yeah.
Well, we'll have to send it to them afterwards.
Yeah. Anyway, so I won tickets to the Nile Underground for tomorrow, and I got those from Barathas. Yay!
Nice.
And they're coming down from Flagstaff, so that was pretty cool. I don't know how many
Awesome.
people actually tried to win tickets, but I was like, what the hell?
If
So
you've never been to
boom.
the Mile Underground, it's a pretty cool little place. It is tiny. Take earplugs. It's loud as hell in there.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
good thing we have some. Yeah, I'll have to. I really wanted to go because I do want to check it out because everybody's
Yeah, there's a
talked
lot of
about it.
bands I'd like to see too. If I wasn't headed down to Tucson, I'd go tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's 12 bands playing, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
But
in a
let's
little
talk
while.
about a bigger show.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
Skull
Skullfest.
Fest. That's right. That's right.
I know.
So tickets
So
for Skull Fest, they go on sale June 1st, everybody. What date was that again? June 1st. So they're going to be at a discounted rate until the 15th of June. After that, the prices will be going up. We've got 9 bands to pay for, not to mention sound and lights and studio and so on. So get them while you can at a discounted rates. We're not breaking out prices yet until we actually release the tickets, but keep an ear out, keep an eye out, keep going to our page and group and so on and look for the prices. It is limited attendance. We're only limiting this to 100 participants. So first come, first serve. There's no buying at the door. You got to buy it from us prior to. We will be selling it at Battle of the Bands. We'll have tickets anywhere we're at. So if you happen to run into us, you want a ticket, cough it up. Cough up the dough. Cough up the cookies.
I'm like, where did I put my tickets? Oh wait, I might have one.
Oh, great.
Let me look. Let me just show you.
Great. While you're
They're
looking
all-
the tickets in,
I got them.
so
But they're in numerical order too. So
it is a Halloween party. It will be. I will have revealed the date, October 22nd, because we've actually already revealed that. We've got a couple bands listed already. There are pretty much all headlining bands. So far, we've got Reckless Youth and Basindak out there. 7 more to be announced. We're kind of letting the anticipation build up, so keep an eye out for that. Tomorrow, we will actually be releasing another one. So once again, keep an eye out. But there will be a 50-50 raffle, door raffle, costume contest, whatever else we may come up with,
there they are.
There they are. Look at that.
Skull
Official
Fest.
tickets. That's right.
Yes, I made them myself.
Hey, that makes it official, right?
Yes. So it has the address, the location, the date, 4:00. The doors open. Or actually, I think the show starts at 4. So
Show starts at 4.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
come at by 3 if you want to get a
So
good spot.
We'll have a couple food vendors. Well, a food vendor and a snack vendor. How about that? So we'll have TNA Wieners out there. Ashley Long out there doing her thing and spreading it around and loving that. She'll be out at Starlight tomorrow, so we'll give a shout out to her to go stuff your face over there. Ask her for a battle dog.
Mm-hmm.
And we also
2
have
wieners and 1 bun.
That's right, 2 wieners and 1 bun, not 2 girls and 1 cup. Okay.
Hey, Iggy's
what?
watching. Hold on, Iggy, I gotta show you something. I'm gonna bring them out of my stage.
All right, Iggy, while she's digging around, we also got look. So she's bringing out the cookies for another reason because we have Greg Hall coming out with Rock the Cookie.
Oh yeah.
If you guys
Speaking
don't know
of
who Greg
cookies.
Hall is, he is a local legend, so to say. He's the original drummer for Sacred Reich and such an underrated drummer. Seriously, I don't know what else to say about him, but thank you, Greg, for coming out and doing that for us. So the first 50 tickets will receive a skull bag with extra raffle ticket in it. And
This is the skull bag. This is the skull bag.
There's the skull
And
bag.
I fill it up with stuff and
Not
and
the
speed,
whole
so
bag, the skull bag.
it comes with. I have to adjust where my camera goes. All right, so it comes with a raffle ticket right there on the bottom. So that will be your initial raffle ticket.
Everybody sees the address there.
Did it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't. Anyway,
Don't pay attention to that ticket.
Has a raffle ticket
the ticket behind
on the bottom. I'm trying to talk here.
Hey,
stop talking.
Shut your mouth.
All right.
Here, I'll drink.
So anyway,
the next thing.
All right. So anyway, so the raffle ticket comes with, or the Skullfest ticket comes with a raffle ticket, which you will automatically get. Those who get the Skull Bag, which is the first 50 tickets sold, will get an additional raffle ticket. So that doubles your chances for winning any prizes that we have at Skullfest. And so anyways, if you would like to try to win some tickets to Skullfest, we have a contest, which we haven't had very many participants in, so the odds are pretty good. Invite your people to the group. So invite your friends or whatever, people that enjoy music, that want to follow your stuff or know what's going on around town with other music groups, bands, whatever. So invite them, and at least 10 people invite, and then we'll add you into the drawing to win 2 free Skullfest tickets, and we will announce the winner. I don't even know what day October 1st is on, but if it's not a Thursday, then we may have to just come on for a special drawing thing. And so that is that for the Skullfest.
All right, that's that. We'll get back to that later.
All right, next on the agenda.
So we want to mention May 14th, you say, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. So, as most of you know, Charla, big music supporter, was in a hit-and-run accident. So May 14th, there's going to be a benefit car wash over at the 44. You don't have down here what time. What time is it?
Oh, from 11 to 3.
There you go. It's fun to get the car washed. I don't know. I bet you could get a motorcycle washed. If you're just homeless and you need a wash, I don't know, whatever. Come down and
There might be some, kind of wandering around there. I mean, I've seen some people out back. I mean, remember when we were out there doing our interviews before?
We'll find somebody to wash you. It might be another homeless person, but whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want
okay.
Anyways,
Gosh.
If you guys want to volunteer to help wash those homeless, please get a hold of us.
Yeah. Or, if you want to hold the sign,
there you go.
if you want to wear it, if you got a hot bod and you want to get out there and hold the sign and reel people in to get their car washed, then we got a spot for you too.
That's right. So it's been organized by Kristen Dawn. So you can get a hold of us, get a hold of her. If you want to volunteer, we'll pass it on to her or whatever. We'll work it out, We do have actually a couple bands playing that day also. The Centrix has volunteered their time, and so has, let me read this name here, Rockin' Ricky and the Radical Riff Makers. I have to read that or else I'm just going to miss it.
Yeah, I did last week.
Exactly. I wasn't going to say it, though. You did. So.
Yeah.
No.
I know. I said just the riff makers, not radical.
Yep.
Radical riff makers.
Come out and enjoy it while you're getting your wash on. They will be having the kitchen open. Bro Barbecue is going to be cooking up and so on. It looks like there's going to be raffles and drink specials. I think some of the money made that day is going to also go towards Charla from the bar. So thank you to the 44 for doing that for her.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So in addition to, we have the GoFundMe that we have going for Charla also, which you can find on our group page at the top in the featured section. It is the first thing there. So if you can spare a few, great. If not, then we have the car wash.
Volunteer.
Yeah, just volunteer to help with something. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be monetary help. Physical help works too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So anyway, most of us probably already know.
Sad news.
Yeah, that
Johnny.
Was sad
news too, but a little sadder news.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Tsunami from Voodoo Slivers had passed away, and so his best friend is Dave Parker, and he's having T-shirts made. I should probably have been showing my flyer.
Well, if you don't have it ready, then next time.
Here it is. I know, I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. All right, so Voodoo Sliver T-shirt. This is what it's going to look like. That's the logo. So Dave Parker's taking pre-orders, and they're $25. So if you want to get a T-shirt, hit him up, because they'll be having Tony Toledo, I believe, is making the shirt. So all the proceeds will be going to his widow Rebecca to help cover the medical expenses that were left behind. So yeah, it's been a really crappy 2 years to say the least. So, and 2022 is not showing us anything more pleasant as of yet. So hopefully things can only get better, right?
We're right here. This is pleasant. What the heck?
Well, yeah, but well, at least the COVID thing is kind of dwindling down, and the face masks aren't a required thing.
The hell, I had to wear it for 4 hours the other day on the plane. That sucked.
Yeah, some places are still holding on to that, so we'll see.
Yep.
All right, so next up,
we got All in a Row Productions. He's putting together a little, what do you want to call it, I guess? Well, put up or shut up. Yeah, plain and simple. Put those guitar skills to the test. So June 4th, $50 entry fee. Winner takes all. $500 up for grab. 10 shredders duke it out, she says. So if you're interested, there are 5 signed up already. I don't know who they are. I don't have the list in front of me.
I didn't.
But rumor has it we may be sponsoring somebody. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we should say who yet.
Well, I just said we should. I didn't say who. Come on, yeah.
You think we should? All right. Well, I'll let you have the honors then.
Oh, well, Penny reached out to Mr. David Rodriguez, and he agreed to shred for us. So
Yay.
We are going to sponsor David and see what happens. We love what he does. Show and tell's pretty darn awesome.
Mm-hmm. I got to do their very first interview when they first came out.
And set them up on their first show, right?
Yeah.
So he's giving some love back to us by letting us enter him.
Yeah. And like, hey, he's like, I don't know. There's some pretty good shredders in there. And I said, well, what if we sponsor you? Will you do it? And he's like, I go, you have nothing to lose.
Right.
know?
We're going to be losing if he loses.
Right. So we have to have faith in our guy that he wins. So, anyway,
it's all good.
See. Yeah.
It's all fun and games. So to say.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Like it's all in fun. He goes, well, it is all in fun, right? He goes, so I guess I should just say yes and take you up on your offer. I'm like,
there you
go.
Yeah.
All right. So All in a Row Productions. Rhonda Rowe. Gosh, man. See, this is another one. Right before she had passed away, she had booked some shows, and this is the last show that she had booked. So if you can come out and enjoy the show on her memory, Lil Dio and Baby Odin's springtime benefit concert for the Arizona Animal Welfare League and SPCA is Saturday, April 16th at Gypsy's Roadhouse. Serious Play, Victims, and the Kentucky Rifles. Duck, 12-inch Tax, and Scott Rowe will be joining them to sing I Hate the Bus. We all know how much he hates that bus. Plus, there is Gordon Circle and Brian Mogul. So come on out and enjoy and support our furry little friends.
So keep in mind that's in like 2 days.
Yes, Saturday.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Some more local news, huh? Let's
on to happier news.
Yeah, let's on to happier news. Atomic Kings is finally going to get their debut show. They are not headlining it, unfortunately, but they are opening for the great Ace Frehley. So I'm sure that's got to be a great privilege for them. I mean, what can you say? Speaking of shredders, let's see, April 26th. You can get your tickets at Bizarre Guitar, save on all the extra fees and so on that Marquee throws on there. You know how that goes. There's not set times yet, I don't think, so we can't necessarily share that with you, but I don't even know what time the show starts. Hell, I guess we should.
Oh, here, I guess I should just pay attention to what I'm doing, huh?
Oh, you probably have a flyer for that, don't you?
Yeah, I have flyers for all this stuff, and I haven't been freaking flaking.
Oh,
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah, so there it is. Atomic Kings, Ace Frehley, April 26th. There is no time on here, so
there is no time.
Mm-mm.
Well, you pick the time. You just show up. No, I'm kidding. Go see Atomic Kings.
I'm sure there's an event posted somewhere that actually has the time.
Probably at the Marquee website.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what else we got?
Well,
oh yeah.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I know. Let me.
Where'd that come from today?
We're not there. We're not at this part yet, but I see that we have some comments coming in. So Ignacio, no, I didn't. Is there really broccoli Oreos, Iggy? Let me know in the comments.
That is just disgusting.
And he says he's looking forward to Skullfest 2022. What? And he says that Travis will be wearing Daisy Dukes at the car wash.
I probably didn't even be at the car wash, Iggy. That's my son's birthday, unfortunately, so I don't even know if I'm going to make it.
It's only for a few hours.
Okay, Iggy.
And the Centrics will be there, and Ricky. So, Iggy,
all right, you wear the Daisy Dukes. I might match it, all right?
There you go. There you go. All right. So, wear yours, Iggy, and
nice legs,
Travis
so,
will wear his. I'm going to be there for that. I'll show it just for that. Okay.
You got to bring the Daisy Dukes, so I'm not cutting my jeans.
Oh boy.
Oh hell.
All right. So let's move on to this other section. Hold on a second.
Mike, you out there watching? You got any Daisy Dukes?
Who?
Mike.
Oh.
It goes back to conversations him and I were having earlier.
Oh, really? All right. Shit. So we're offering some discounted rates right now on our merch that we have left. We're having a clearance sale. So we need to move it out so we can bring in the new stuff. And so my son made this up for us. So here, check it out. Yeah, you do need us. We need that merch. Because you never know. If you get merch, you come to one of our shows that Rock and Free is hosting, you never know. If there's a cover fee at that door, we might just let you in for free because you have a Rock and Free shirt.
Hey, now number 3 in the door. Who knows?
You never know. So we have all kinds of good things that we like to do for our people. All right. Well, we just now covered all this Skullfest stuff. But did we say who the first 2 bands were that were going?
I did. We released so far that Masindak and Reckless Youth are part of Skullfest 2022.
Yeah. All right. So tomorrow probably, I think I have it set for 6 a.m. because I pre-scheduled these releases. So the next band released will be tomorrow morning. All right. So
Right, nerdy.
all right, I'll let you cover this.
Oh, I see Yeti
one.
commented 6:30 for Atomic Kings.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yay.
Yeah. So there you go. 6:30. All right, you want to cover that?
Judges? Is that what you want me to cover?
No, just Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands? All right. So
Sign
we're
up.
looking for, we only need, I think, one more band left, right, for this year for Battle of the Bands. Is that correct?
I think
we're all booked up minus one more band, I think is what you had posted recently.
one
but
or
still,
two.
you guys keep sending us stuff. We want to keep this Battle of the Bands going. So keep sending us your stuff. We need one for this year, then we'll start again fresh in January because of our redemption rounds and our finals that we do. So if you guys haven't heard anything about Battle of the Bands, 2 bands per month battle it out. The winner takes home a cash prize. I will say second place for that night gets a redemption shot in the 5th month. So this happens to be May, obviously, for a redemption round. June then will be our finals.
And
yeah, so
and
oh, I was going to announce sponsors. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can do that. I took that flyer off anyway.
So we have KMS Studios. Once again, if you guys haven't heard, KMS Studios is one of our sponsors. He has given away 3 fully produced songs. That would be Tommy Gibbons. He's worked with 2 of our past winners already, and they've loved working with them, along with others we've heard. I don't want to say musical genius, but he definitely gives you some insight on what you're doing. We've also got 5 a.m. Studios, correct?
Art.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Art.
I almost said art to start with, too. One of these days, I'm going to get this shit right. Sorry, Lucas. So Lucas Fulmer, lead singer for Arsenic Kitchen, has offered his time to give you guys some graphic design for a cover for an EP to go along with those 3 songs. So you guys can have something professionally done for a upcoming album or whatever. But I think we need to put in the contract we get to do the release party.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. See, just thinking on the spot here. Yeah.
Good
so anyways, we got that. So what judges? Did you put the judges up there already? You want to?
Yep. Judges. Okay, we need some judges. So if you would like to be a judge at the Battle of Bands, we're looking for some judges. If you're a fan or a musician, and so just hit us up, because we got all the little forms with the critique that you critique on, and it's simple. So you get a little rockin' free gift from us for helping out, and some battle dogs if you want them. So we'll hook you up. All right. So also,
one of those judges for every time is actually one of our openers. So that there, then looking for openers, solo, duo acts. I don't know. Throw us some music. If we know who you are already, then let us know, and let's get you out there. Once again, it's just all volunteer stuff for the opening acts, and it's just something fun, something to get your name out there if you're just starting, or maybe you play in a band, you just want to start doing some, solo stuff. I think just about everybody we've had so far plays in a band, correct? Doing solo.
Yeah. So yeah, if you play guitar and you sing, you want to play for 30 minutes, hit us up.
I want to see somebody play the drums and sing. The heck with the guitar. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you don't even sing and you just want to play. That's cool too. I mean, it doesn't even have to be guitar. It could be a saxophone or clarinet. Who gives a crap? It's music, right?
That's right. come out and
It's
have some
just,
fun with it. It's
you
just
know, it's
something to
just
get the
something.
crowd worked up. Maybe you're nervous and you just need to learn to do something in front of a crowd. I mean,
Mhm.
let us know. That's kind of what
Yeah.
we're all about, getting those newbies out there and getting the word spread. That's what Battle of the Bands is all about. We're trying to get these newer bands, and I think
Mm,
every band we've had has went on to a little bit of success, so to say.
yeah.
Definitely
Yep.
getting booked more and getting recognized. I mean,
And definitely getting better.
Arsenic
That's
Kitchen
for
is one
sure.
of those that comes to mind
Hmm.
right off the bat. Of what they've done now since they've been on Battle of the Bands is just phenomenal.
But you know, it's cool too, what I've noticed, because everybody knows how big we are on stage presence. And that's one of the things that we really put out there for the newer bands when they do Battle of the Bands. And I'm noticing that some of these other people that weren't so active on stage are starting to get more into it. And so it just changes the whole dynamics of the performance. And so I think it's awesome.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So now we're moving on to the next segment of our show. And I'm wondering, what's rocking this weekend? Boom. How you like that?
I can't see the video. I don't know. I need to go back
Oh
and
yeah,
watch
that's
it for you.
right. You can't see it when it's on there. Well, you have to watch
Yeah,
the
I'm on
replay.
my phone reading my notes still. The kids never brought me something else to look at.
Oh man. Well, I didn't put. I am not gonna say every single show that's going on this weekend, but basically, the ones that are the most popular that people really want to know about, and that do post on our Rockin' Free group. So if people want to have their stuff announced, then join our group, and we'll have you on our Rockin' Free news. All right, so Friday, tomorrow, is a spring kickoff at the Nile Underground, and that starts at 6 p.m., and that's an all ages show, and it's $12, and it's 12 bands. So Arsenic Kitchen, Rad Stacy, Better Than I, State of Delusion, Zaftig Zephyr, Vacendak, The Centrics, hey, Rejected Monsters, Ultraviolet Communication, Verathis, thanks for the tickets, and Ring Finger No Pinky, and Fixed Reaction are all going to be playing on that show. So that's a freaking kick-ass show right there.
4 of those bands have been in Battle of the Bands.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Arsenic Kitchen, Zaftig Zephyr, Vicendex, the
And the
Centrics.
Centrics will actually be back in May for their next round. So if you guys missed them, their first go around, come out in May and check them out. They are fantastic.
Well, you'll get to see them twice in May if you really want to, because they'll be playing at the car wash too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the car wash, they're playing like a 2-hour set too. So
yeah,
you really get to enjoy a whole lot of what they do. So
they'll play a little bit of everything, covers and and some originals. So
yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so Cactus Jacks at 8 p.m. You got Robert Mason from band Warrant. Will with special guest Drop D. They'll be at Cactus Jacks, and then Sage and Sand at 9 to midnight. Angry John. I don't know who that is, but and then of course I'm gonna plug the 44 because they do so much for us. So there's karaoke there. If you don't really want to go out and see any bands, you can go karaoke Friday and Saturday at the 44 in the lounge with Lisa Joe. And that starts at 9. And then Gypsies at 9 o'clock, Hollywood and Vine. I've never heard of them either. So that's what's cool. Like there's some bands out there we don't really know. And these are the kind of bands that need to hit us up for Battle of the Bands, because if we don't know who you are, then probably a lot of people don't know who you are. And, it's kind of like, let's help you out. Get some more stuff.
So tonight too, I'm gonna throw it out there before we get too far. Tonight over at the Blues Bean, as they've been sponsoring us for our Battle of the Bands here lately, Metalheads MC has got I don't know who's playing out there, but I think every Thursday now from like 7 to 10, they're doing bike night. That's right, bike night, bike night, bike night. Only reason I'm not there is because I got to be here with you guys. That's not the only reason. It's too late for me.
He's got a bedtime.
That's right. I just past it right now. But so Dylan was on last week. He shared with us. I don't know if he's doing sound over there for them then on Thursdays or what, but yeah, just to give a shout out to them guys every Thursday, 7 to 10.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they're going to have a band every Thursday too, which is kind of cool to have a band in the middle of the week, you know.
I hope we have a sound guy for Battle of the Bands.
I've been going back and forth with her this week, so I'll talk to you later about that.
All right, okay. All right, your turn. Saturday, what's happening?
My turn. Saturday, April 16th. Almost my birthday day. Yay! Ooh. So let's see here. Over at Roosters, speaking of Metalheads MC, 2 p.m. on the outdoor stage, Last Train to Juarez. Awesome country band. If you guys haven't seen them, I haven't seen them. I'd like to actually catch up with them because their guitar.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Their lead singer is actually very well versed, so to say. He's a guitar player from Pelvic Meatloaf. So awesome stuff. Hey, I hear dings. Is that my computer? No, it's plugged in. All right. Who else we got here? Faux Chow. 7 o'clock. Music United against teen bullying. Is this the one with no? So mask and social distancing is required. So we got Farm, Arizona, HSD, Weapon of Pride, and First Draw out there. I know that Very Cherry's playing over at Faux Chow too. Maybe that's tomorrow night. Anyways, Dylan's Bayou at Lake Pleasant, AZDZ is playing.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna support some Tucson music. All right, I like that. See, I haven't even read this thing yet. Shit.
Yeah, we support everywhere.
That's right. So Rabbit Hole Entertainment, some thrash metal I can't read on this flyer.
There's the flyer. I have no clue what any of it says.
There you go. All right. So Down at the Rock tomorrow. But I bet you a lot of people are going to be at Testament tomorrow also. So anyways, at the Blues, we got Bourbon Strut. At the Starlight, we got Hot Wired, 9 o'clock. The Marquee. Oh, man, why'd you have to put this on there? Now I want to go even more.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Arch Enemy is so good in concert. Oh, my goodness. So there's Behemoth, Arch Enemy, with special guest Napalm Death, and Untoothers. Nobody local, but Arch Enemy is just fucking phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen him, go see him, man. Pub Rock, 21 plus, 13th floor, and Church Recording presents Armed Forces Tour. Looks like Haunt, Screamer, Traveler, and Saber. All righty. So it looks like that's the highlights for Saturday.
No, that's it. All right. So Sunday at the Nile Underground, 7 p.m. all ages with ID, the Menace to Society tour with Traders Left to Suffer. Wrist Meet Razor. Yeah, there's the flyer right there. So then Hideaway Cave Creek, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. is Lit Up 80s hard rock band. So they'll be there if you want to see them. So,
hey, if you guys have a show out there you want us to promote for you, send us over the flyer and we'll throw you on there and get it going for you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So now we've come to the next phase of our show. And, you know, this is going to be fun. We're going to make a contest out of this part right here.
Yeah.
So,
seriously think we should.
because we're going to bring on a guest every Thursday, and it's going to be a mystery. The mystery guest. Okay. So if you can guess who our mystery guest will be, you'll win something, some rockin' free merch. So just something.
Maybe you'll win a chip repair from Inked Auto Glass. Hey, now.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
We'll make this fun.
That's
All right. So are y'all ready for this?
Let's hear that funky music, white girl.
All right. Ready? Boom. Hey! Wow! Look who that is right there.
Oh, we need a setup like that. What in the world? Look, I got a plane wall back here and shit.
All right. We have the Yeti. He's muted.
He's muted.
I unmuted him.
How's everybody doing tonight?
You're supposed to cover his face, not mute him.
I know. Well, I was like, hey.
There you go.
All right, everybody, meet the Yeti. This is an official introduction. Everybody. So if you don't know who he is, and you've probably seen this thing floating around somewhere with the YetiRadio.com Phoenix music scene, he is a supporter of the local music. So tell him what you do on your thing.
For the time being, it's just a show. And it's been a show for quite some time. It's called the Phoenix Music Scene, and it centers around local music and the local venues with the local live scene. Bands, independent bands that come in from out of town. Obviously, definitely the local bands. But it's just to have a place or a platform for them to have their music, because regular radio stations only play unless they have a special show. I know there's I can't remember who it is, but somebody's got like the homegrown show, and there's a couple of shows floating around, and all intents and purposes, the future holds an internet radio station that will be the home for local music, and that's all it will play. The show will actually turn back into what it originally was, where I highlight who's playing when and where, typically for the weekends, because that's the biggest draw, because that's when most people are off, unless you have careers like you and I used to have. Mm-hmm. But that way people know where they can go see these bands. This isn't a plug for them. I've actually been in touch with them to try and see if I can get an RSS feed for my website, but they don't have anything yet. So maybe hopefully they pull some magic pixie dust out of their backside and come up with something that can be used.
You can say ass. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have my parental warnings on my show, because the music says what it says. Especially because a lot of the music has a lot of feeling in the word that somebody's trying to put out, and that's understandable. And sometimes I have a little fun myself. And
Travis has a lot of feeling when it comes to promoting.
I was going to say, we should probably put a parental warning on our shows.
Yeah, I mean, like all the live shows and when we're out. But we're in an adult environment. So, but if we were live streaming, I mean, basically anybody could be watching. But
right,
Well,
that's why I put the signs up to say, hey, you might hear something you don't want your kids to hear. You've been warned.
Yeah.
You never know what somebody's going to say around here.
No, never, ever.
Ever. Yes.
If I can, real quick, Sleep War just finally followed me back on Instagram, so that's cool.
Who's that?
And I've been Sleep War. It's a indie local rock band.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's a lot out there. The music scene in the
I
valley
know.
is insane,
Astronomical. That's what I said. There's so many.
Right, and I know a lot of the people that follow you guys are in the rock, metal, or further scene.
We've been trying to expand. It just kind of seemed to that seems to kind of gravitate to us. I don't know.
No, and
how else to
that's
really change that, because
Yeah.
we've actually put out, we want other bands for Battle of the Bands and so on. We don't want to stick with just metal, so to say. I mean, I prefer it, but there's more than just
Right.
metal in the valley. We want to. Rap is the only thing that would drive me crazy. I don't know if I could host that.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
I'm like, I kind of draw the line on that one. I'm like, that's the only one.
Yeah, everything else. I mean, I want to try it. I mean, why not? Everybody deserves that break, so let's give it to them.
Absolutely. There's so much. When I first decided to try and find a different show other than what everybody else is playing, I stumbled across a bunch of local bands. In fact, I think Co-op was probably one of the first ones.
Oh,
And then I actually went to the I want to shoot myself now because I can't remember the name. Alice Cooper's restaurant.
Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. Thank you. I went to the Farewell Festival and over at the press room, and that was a blast. And I learned a lot. I met some people, and I said, "This needs a platform. These guys need somewhere to be able to be heard on a regular basis. They need, because they're not in mainstream music. They should be, but it is such a vast and segregated platform. Radio stations only play this genre or that genre, or it's the Phoenix music scene. It's whatever plays here.
Right.
I don't, Tucson, Flagstaff, whether it's reggae, whether it's rock, whether it's metal, whether it's pop, country. And I honestly can't believe that they did Bike Week and Country Thunder in the same weekend.
Oh, I know. I thought
I was like,
weird.
Whoa, wait a minute. But I think that might have been a scheduling snafu on a few people's parts, unless they wanted to compete.
Well, I mean, it
say
is kind of
Better,
different.
but
You got your Cowboys on one end.
There's two total different crowds, So,
yeah.
But there are a lot of crossovers.
True.
This is true. I mean, I ride a horse too. You just have to be iron,
Right. Absolutely. But like I said, it's just to center on the local artists and give them a place for their music to be heard.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, like, I had thought about something like that a while back. I was like, man, I wish that was the thing I was telling you. I'm like, man, I always wish I could start my own radio show here and play just local music, because I don't even really listen to the radio anymore. I mean, I like KSLX. I'll listen to that. Alice Cooper at night when he's on. But yeah, I mean, it's just like the music's just, I don't know. It's not the same as it used to be back in the 80s, when we would listen to it. And same thing like with MTV and all that. So everything's changed, but I would prefer, just to listen to the Phoenix local music scene. And I like what you're doing. I've tuned in a few times. I missed it this week because we weren't home. I don't even remember where we were at, but I was like, dang it, because I have my thing set now to remind me when you're on. So I was
Well,
like,
I greatly
oh,
appreciate it because it's right now it's just kind of generic and just putting the music out there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, once I get to where I can do the actual station, which right now it looks like it's going to end up on the Live 365 app or their website.
Well, where can everybody find you currently?
It's on the YetiRadio.com. There's a tab that's called Live. It's got a couple of blue lights flashing. If you click on that, they'll take you right to the show. Right now, it's on Twitch, twitch.tv at the Yeti Radio.
Well, Twitch is on TV then too, correct? Are you playing any videos for everybody or
no
plans on that?
No.
No.
Well,
Okay.
That's how I watch you. I watch
you on
Twitch
done, right?
on
Yeah,
on the TV.
You can do the videos, but knowing what I know in the radio industry, when it comes to royalties on videos that's why MTV doesn't do it anymore.
Okay, understand.
Well, like Travis and I were talking earlier because I had I'm like, hey, we can play videos on our show. I was playing, and
yes.
I'm like, that would be so cool because that totally like ups our game a little bit for when we do our interviews. We can actually play a video of something that's live, maybe something I've shot or somebody else has shot that as live footage, and then we can share some of their live performance rather than like the videos they've actually had professionally done. It's a little harder because of the copyright. So yeah,
right.
Otherwise,
and
I don't think
I'm not here to
issue.
step on any toes. I'm literally just here to
promote. Hey, look at that. Dawn of the Rising and Iggy, I think he must watch you because he's like
the Yeti Radio rocks. And we've seen that Dawn of the Rising.
Thank you very much.
Behind you.
Yeah.
Well, I know that back in the mid to late 60s when the record labels went to DC and fought to get royalties instated, there was nobody to represent radio. And therefore, radio got their throat slit. Now, everybody complains when they listen to over the airwaves radio because they hear the same song 30, 40 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's an exaggeration, but you hear the same song quite a bit. The reason being is they buy music packages.
Yeah, and they just have a playlist that they go off of, and they play the same crap over and over.
And that's why the one week the show I finally got it going on Facebook, and then Facebook pulled the plug on me.
Yeah,
because the song you played is not. It's owned by somebody else. It's a radio show. All the songs are owned by somebody else.
Right.
So the only way around that. The
Yeah.
only way around that is a really big paper trail, and that's to have everybody send a letter that says you're authorized to play our music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've actually ran into the point where Scattered Guts, for instance, tried to play their music, and they gave us permission at one point, not us, but another show we were doing,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and it just wasn't possible, because somebody else had the rights to it for some reason.
Yep. Hey, we could be having the person sitting right next to us giving us permission to play the music, their video, and then it's still got, and it's like they're right here. Yeah.
Right. I know. I did one interview with Jeff Bump, who's the front man for Mills End, and Twitch muted part of the show because of royalty issues, but it muted the interview. And I'm like, you can't mute the interview. There's nothing wrong with the interview.
Right.
He's willfully here. I'm not holding a gun to his head. We're just talking. There's no music in the background. I'm like, I don't understand. So I have another platform that I can use. And again, that's why I put the live tab on the website, so that if it changes, you can, all you do, if you go to Twitch and I'm not there, just go to the website and click it. And I just hit 1,400 natural hits, or unique hits, I should say. So that's pretty cool. Majority of them have been over the last couple of years, so it's been an interesting
journey.
Very interesting journey. Yes. A couple of guys that are on Live 365, a friend of mine, Jeff, and his partner, Shy. Shy's in Oregon, Jeff's in Washington State. They have Hit Radio The Works. And they play a lot of 60s, 70s, 80s. And then it's funny. I'm sure everybody listening right now listens to KUPD, and the voice of KUPD, David Lee Productions, professional voiceover. He actually lives in Wisconsin, and on Live 365, he now has the Titletown Music Archive, and very impressive station in itself. Not tooting my own whistle. He says I was his inspiration for his radio station, because I had contacted him to get some voiceover work done for a station that we were with before, and he's like, I know those call letters. Here's my number. Call me. And I'm like, famous guy wants me to call him. Yeah. Oops.
Well, hey, why not, right?
Right. And it was a surreal moment. A super awesome guy. And I'm sure if you've heard my liners in the shows, you recognize the voice. So
yeah, I did when I first listened to you. I was like, hey, I know that voice. It sounds like the guy from KUPD. Yeah, from way back when. It's been there forever.
Yeah, and he's done the intro for the TV series Gotham. He's done Monster Jam. He's done Westwood One Sports. Lots of other stuff, Nissan commercials, all sorts. When I found him, I was just like, because he's like, how did you find me? I'm like, I Googled the voice of KUPD, and it came up with David Lee Imaging.
Oh, wow.
So I went to his website, I played some of his demos, and like, yeah, that's him. And contact. So I sent an email. I'm the Yeti. This is what we're doing. What is your price list for doing work? And I'm expecting prices up here. Woo. I'm like, no, yeah, they were actually very reasonable and pretty awesome. And he had a lot of fun with it. Obviously, something new. And yeah, it's. I think there's one band out there that's looking to have me actually in costume when they get to shoot a video and have a Yeti chasing them through through the woods.
That'd be cool.
But and I can't wait for Skullfest.
I was about to say Skullfest.
Yeah.
Let's get a Yeti chasing skulls around.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time he talks about Skullfest on his radio show, he brings out his skull thing. But yeah, so you guys, if you come to Skullfest, you'll see the Yeti.
After it turned into what it has turned into,
oh my God, stop.
Went into a costume. And we were in Fremont, Washington with our friends doing a huge Halloween display at his mom's house. And I actually found a stick of redwood in the back and shaved off all the bark and did it all up, and I've changed it a little bit since, but it's a little heavy to be towed around for a couple hours. So I may have to find some place to stash it after a little while because my well,
I'm
try
sure
to figure out how to refer to her. My youngest daughter, she's now 5. Originally, my buddy's wife made a warrior princess outfit for her for Halloween. And I have what is called the piggyback rider. It's backpack straps with a platform across the back that she could stand on. And she was supposed to ride her Yeti into battle. The storyline was the last time the Yetis fought the humans, we found her after the battle. So we just took her in and raised her as ours. And it was just supposed to be a whole big old Halloween thing. And somebody's terrified of standing on her father's back. So she actually never rode it. So now maybe baby Yeti, when he gets big enough, he'll be ready to do it.
Baby Yeti.
Yeah, he's not even 2, and he's as big as some 3-year-olds.
Wow. Let's see. So are you going to any shows this weekend?
I have one that I'm going to. It's a independent band that is from out of town. Jennifer Westwood and the Handsome Devils are going to be over at Chopper John's.
I didn't know I had a show.
And they're from Michigan. They've been touring through. I think this is their 4th or 5th stop in Arizona. They hit a couple of spots up in the Northeast. Then they were in Flagstaff. Then they were in Tucson. And Sunday set time change. It's going to be, I think, 3 to 6 now. It's supposed to be 5, but now I have to rush home and get changed and go over. And she was also one of the first bands that I ran into because I used the Bands in Town app. She was playing here locally, doing their tour, and that's when I met or first heard their music as well. So it's been kind of a thing here lately. They're touring again after all the stuff that's been going on the last couple of years. So, gonna head over there and say hello and thank them for coming through the valley, coming through the entire state, actually. Oops. Keep kicking the leg chair or chair leg. Now I can't talk.
Something like that.
Oh, you sound like me.
Yep.
I can't talk half the time either. My husband and my son both laugh at me. They're like, "What is wrong with you?"
You haven't figured it out yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just losing it. Well, yesterday I had like 2 hours sleep, because I was up all night, and then, of course, as usual, and then went to bed at like 6. I couldn't fall asleep. Finally got to sleep, and then the air conditioner guy was coming to do maintenance, and he called at 8, woke me up. So then I set my alarm for 45 minutes because I figured it was going to take him that long. Maybe he said an hour before he got here. He got here right when my alarm was going off because he rang the doorbell and I went to answer the door and then my alarm goes off. And he's like, "Oh, did I just wake you up?" And I'm like, "No, it's all good." So, yeah. But hey, he's now a Rockin' Free Live.
Right?
He became a member yesterday.
Got to drum up some business somehow.
Yeah. Well, he was talking, he does car shows. And so I was telling him how, we were actually, thinking about getting into the whole car show things and the pinup girls or whatever. And so he does his own car shows. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Maybe it's somebody.
So that's how it.
Yeah, have him set up in the parking lot of one of the venues we're going to be at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got to talking about
coverage and we get some more people on the inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being the fact that I've got the little ones and Mrs. Yeti and I have opposing work schedules, I don't get out a whole lot, but that and having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to start getting ready for work. So hopefully we are in the process of trying to sell our house and buy a bigger house so I can get my studio back. Right now I only have half of it. I had to divide it up and share it. So we're trying to get a bigger house.
I'm thinking about selling my house and just buy a RV or something and just go travel and just live off my pension because, it's just crazy. The construction out here is outrageous.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
It's just, it can't go anywhere. It takes forever.
No.
And then you can't get home because all the roads are all blocked off.
Ride a motorcycle.
I know. Exactly, right? So
I try.
Anyway.
I try my best when I'm doing a show that if somebody from a band shows up, try to play their music for them while they're in the room.
Or I'm throwing names out at them.
Yeah.
Fatal Malady, Dawn of the Rising, Addicted. And then he's like, a lot of the bands I was naming off one night, he's like, I don't think I hadn't heard of. He's looking them up.
Oh,
they played them. Oh, it was for the night of the Starlight. Yeah, the Starlight thing, the Night of the Skulls show. And I was naming off all the bands. And so he played like all the bands that were playing that night. So, people get a taste of what they're going to see that weekend. So that was pretty cool. I like that.
That's what the regular show is actually like. It's the Starlight, and here's a song from the 5 bands that are playing that night. If you like it, then you can go to the Starlight, hang out, hear some live music, and
if you don't like it, go see them anyways.
Right?
You might like it live as opposed to recorded,
Right.
Absolutely.
It's way better.
Well, I've yet to be disappointed in Arizona. Stage presence, I agree with you guys. Stage presence is huge. I used to work backstage in a theater for a casino. So I've done live action production shows, concerts, doing the load ins, the setups, the tear downs and the loadouts, being involved with different intricate things during the show. I think the only thing I never really did was run lighting. I've done audio, done a lot of camera work, and the one thing that's always been told to me by professionals is, it doesn't matter who's in the room, you're playing for that one. That one person.
Somebody.
Yep. You never know who might be sitting in there. It might be that one important person that needed to hear your music that night. And, maybe that's the person that might get you signed one day. Who knows,
Well, and that's the thing behind the Yeti Radio and the Phoenix music scene is, if the people out there that do that listen, because this is all local music, all independent artists up and coming, and they're like, hey, these guys are playing over here. Well, Yeti said it. Let's go check it out. And somebody gets signed. That's the purpose in it,
Yeah.
Or maybe not signed, but maybe pulled in on a tour and go traipsing around the country or the world, with somebody.
Yeah. You never know.
I know last year, Metal in the Mountains in West Virginia, Co-op was there. I'm not sure if there were any other local bands that were there. I know there were some from here that we're hoping to get on there, and I haven't seen yet. I keep checking it, and I don't recognize any of the names, but I don't know everybody either. So if anybody knows of anybody that's going to Metal in the Mountains, I graduated high school in West Virginia, so that happened. Not even anywhere near where I went to school, but just the fact.
My dad's from West Virginia.
There's actually one local band currently named Intent that is touring with DRI.
Awesome.
And this is actually their second go around. DRI likes to grab locals and take them to different sections of the United States. So I know that before they did like the West Coast with them, and now they're back east with them. So
Awesome.
DRI is actually huge for that kind of thing of supporting local bands too, which is actually pretty damn awesome. They've been around for nearly 40 years. So, I mean,
Right.
they don't
Absolutely.
huge clubs or anything, or huge, amphitheaters or anything. It's all little clubs, but still it's just awesome of them to grab bands like that and take them on a, 6-week tour or whatever. It's just
Give them
awesome.
some exposure outside of their local scene.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let them see what it's like on the road.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Maybe it's not for
That's
you.
not an easy gig.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe that's
Yeah.
it's either make or break, so to say. And
If you get out there and you like that scene and you do good at it and you want to keep going, then keep going. Some people might get pulled out and go on the road and go, woo, that might be a little too much for me.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's just providing the opportunity, and hopefully we can facilitate some of that. Everybody's like, why do you? Because a buddy of mine's like, why do I need to listen to your show? I have Pandora, Spotify, I make my own playlist. I said, you're listening to mainstream. Go ahead. I said, I'm listening to stuff nobody gets to listen to unless you follow one of these bands or you listen to my show.
Yep.
And
you don't even know how good the music is until you hear it. And it's like until I start going out more and seeing, all these bands, I'm just like, whoa, I'm blown away. And I'm like, why are these bands not signed or out touring other states more? Because I mean, there's some that are so freaking good that why are they just, still stuck here? Some of them choose that life, that's by choice, but
there's just some people that they want to stay local, and that's what they're going to do because that's what they enjoy. And that's by all means, we still give you the props.
Hell yeah.
Whenever you're doing a show. I know there was somebody from one of the local bands that was in the show one night, and I played a song off of their genre or different genre, and he's like, "Is this band from Arizona?" I'm like, "As far as I can tell." There was a Facebook update, and everybody's locations kind of disappeared. Some people noticed it and put them back, or put it in their bios where they're from. If you could. If you hear this, it helps out, when I'm trying to do a show, because I like to give you props. I always like to give where you're from. Like, Jennifer Westwood and the Handsome Devils, they're from Michigan. I like to put that stuff out there so people know. It's an independent band that's out on the road, and they're coming through Arizona, and they're hitting our scene and hanging out.
They're supporting themselves doing this, so.
Right.
Everybody starts from the ground up. Look at us.
Oh yeah.
I've had to start over 3 times.
Still crawling for that matter. Heck.
Yeah, I've been with several different groups of people that are doing different kinds of radio shows or radio type internet stations. Most of them are tribute stations. To old call signs and whatnot. That's where David Lee got curious because of the call letters that we used for that particular station. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. It's just I was just floored with bands in town when I found a bunch of local bands and went, why don't we hear this? Why is this not a regular thing? It's just so.
There's some are not getting very many gigs, or they have a hard time. They don't know who to talk to, because it's like, and then I've had people like reach out to me, because they want to play at such and such venues, and it's like, they're reaching out for connections and stuff. So, or they want to, hey, if you need anybody, blah blah blah, they want us to book them, and it's like, well, we don't really book a lot of shows. I mean, we
Right.
just do whatever when we feel like it, I guess. Or
Right.
if it's something, magnificent pops in our head that we want to do, like Skullfest. I mean, that's our main thing. Skullfest is like the one show that if that's the only show we do a year, then that's the one,
It's going to be a blowout.
I'll be there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's the one thing that I definitely want to go all out for is Skullfest. And as far as anything else, if other people want to, hey, they want us to host their show, they want to have a birthday show, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, you find your bands, who you want, you want it booked, then we'll help you with that, or you get it booked, whatever, and we'll host it. So we just kind of work out an arrangement for that, and it works.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward. Maybe some things that are in the works on my end come through, and I get to retire early.
Yeah.
Bah humbug.
Then I can put more effort into this.
I'm on year 3
Have
now.
more time.
3 years retired.
I don't want to hear it. I'm still beating my head against a brick wall.
I think I'd be bored if I was retired.
Well, that's why I do this.
I have this. This right here. There's no boredom in this. None whatsoever.
Remember I told you my room I'm in right now is a freaking disaster. I'm making gnomes. I'm making whatever. I work on merch, and I got all kinds of stuff going on here. It used to be jewelry. Now I'm out with that, and then with the news, I'm just going to do strictly rock and free merch in here. So,
right.
Or whatever, other people hit me up and want some things made or whatever, and I do that for them. So
I don't do my own merch. I do use Storefront here, where you can upload your own images and make your own shirts. They have a few other items, but that's a link on my website as well. It says, I think the tab says merch. I'm not looking at it, but some Yeti t-shirts, Yeti radio t-shirts with the Phoenix Music Scene logo on it as well.
You have a lot of colors in your stuff. I'm like, we have to stick to like 1 or 2 colors in order for me to do it.
Right. Well, and the thing is, I've always been taught you need something that slaps somebody in the face. Because if you slap them in the face with it, they'll remember it. And it's just, I don't know. These guys, I know that night I was at the Starlight. It was just amazing. I missed the last 2 bands of the night, and I kicked myself in the butt, but I had to be up at 4 o'clock to go to work. And,
been there, done that.
Right.
Well, at least you went out.
I got to see Oddity Paradox. I got to see Sectus. I got to see Dawn of the Rising.
Good bands right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
amazing.
Kerber had a really killer lineup. It's like, man, I was like, how the heck do you beat that?
Right. I was like,
I'm like, I don't even know if we're going to beat that.
We're going to beat that.
Well, I mean, it's like every year we just hope to make our show better and, bigger. It's like, we do want to get all the good bands, but we also want to give some of the newer ones a shot too. I mean, so many who like, they're still hitting me up is, do you have any more openings for Skullfest? And I'm like, no, we're all booked up,
Right. Well, and unless you turn it into a multi-day.
Well, we did do that the very first year. We had 5 one night and 5 the next, but and it's like, unless you want to sit there and do like an all day event, which those are exhausting. And last year, well, we had the Skullfest at the 44, but we did all the decorating, and then so I was on my feet for like 12-13 hours straight, and I couldn't even walk at the end of the night. My feet hurt, my back, I was falling apart. I literally was like, I didn't even know how I was going to make it home.
Right.
It was a great show, though.
Yeah, you got to take all that decorations back down and everything. So, yeah,
Right.
so hopefully that this year we have a different idea in mind. So maybe
I
it'll
like
work
the
out.
idea. I think I know,
Yeah. Right.
but all
I
that
mean,
stuff's left up to you
Secret.
guys. Yeti, you know
what
anything? I don't know a damn thing.
we say it's top secret, but I think a lot of people know
Yeah.
what we do.
Well, where I
And
come from, snitches get stitches, and
right.
shit.
End up in ditches. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
He'll be
I
out
know
there
that.
soon enough.
Yeah, I know the shows have been a little on the generic side and just music, and I've done a couple of teasers on how the shows used to be because I haven't had time to sit down and actually write out what's going on or what's happening when and where, and it can get kind of lengthy. So eventually, it may turn. Once I retire, uh, and if I end up getting sponsorship to help foot the bill because.
Hmm.
Paying for the royalties isn't cheap. Getting the station up and running itself. Uh, so if I can get some sponsorship from some local businesses that want to help push the local bands out there, uh, I've got a couple of interests from out of town. I'm waiting on their business endeavors to come to a head, I guess you could say. Um, if that happens, awesome. And I think I'll be funded, and the Phoenix music scene is going to flourish like nobody's ever seen, and they'll all have a platform to be heard.
Hmm.
I just I have this massive vision in my head, and trying to get it on paper or out there for everybody to see is just it's tough. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably not a whole lot different than these guys sitting at home trying to write music and lyrics and everything else. It's just a different platform.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say it's just a little different platform. Yeah. So
Hmm. Yep.
But, yeah, I've had uh, a lot of good. When I met everybody at the Starlight, the ones that I did get to meet, everybody was awesome, really cool, nice people.
everybody does seem to be pretty darn humble
Hmm.
here in town.
Yeah.
Some more than others, but in in a whole, everybody does seem to be pretty darn humble around here. So
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
that's
especially,
awesome to see.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, if
definitely.
we're all working together for the same
Same
outcome in
cause.
the end.
Yeah.
So, it's like you definitely get more what do you call it? It just works out better when you're working together as a team rather
Yeah.
Right.
than competing with each other over something, or like, oh, so and so's they have their podcast or whatever, we're doing our thing. It's like, oh great, now I got to go do this because so and so's doing that or whatever. It isn't about that. I mean, in the end, it's like we're all aiming for the same goal, and that's to broaden and expose
Broaden the
everybody.
horizon for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
Absolutely. Um,
I mean, we all wouldn't be doing what we're doing if we didn't like it. you know
absolutely.
Love it for
Yeah.
that matter.
right?
Well,
So
I honestly feel in my heart from doing what I do on my end that the Phoenix music scene, not just the thing that I did with the logo, not anything to do, nothing to do with me. It in itself can compete with the Nashvilles, the Memphises, the Seattles. Okay, the LAs. There's this scene is way more
Well, we've definitely got
better
the
than
talent.
anybody knows because a
Yeah.
lot of people don't get outside their genre,
mhm.
and that's for reasons. That's their style of music. And they're not, but that's what this is to get them, or to get exposure for just about everything.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, give me 1 second.
Poof, and the Yeti disappears once again.
Bam.
You can never find the Yeti.
Jackson was opening the door.
Uh-oh. What was? Someone was opening the bar.
Sorry about that. Baby Yeti was trying to open the door earlier, so I put the extra lock on it. And Mrs. Yeti came home from work and couldn't get in the house. So before I get put in the cave, I better.
Yeah. Well, we're at an hour and a half at our show, so we probably should wrap it up.
Okie dokie.
We try to keep it. Oh no, no.
Right. I mean, it's way past my bedtime, but that's all right. It was well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Absolutely.
Now everybody that's watching, if you're in a band, reach out to the Yeti, get your stuff played on his radio show.
If you can't find it, reach out to us. We'll get it over to him.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a contact page. There's a contact tab on my website. 480-341-5358. Shoot me a text. Give me a call. That's my studio line. So if you know somebody that needs to be on here, have them get a hold of me, or you send me their info. I can do the research. I can find the music. I can get it all put up, add it to on the website. There are 2 links. One is the Spotify inside the Phoenix music scene, and the other is Apple Music. Both playlists are whichever streaming service of those 2 you use. You click on it, it'll open your app and take you right to that music playlist. So and you can take it with you wherever you go until I get on Live 365, and then all that'll go away.
Nice.
Because then you can just listen to me.
Cool.
I don't use either one of those.
Well, tell everybody what time and what days that you're on.
Right now, Mondays at 8:30 until 11:30, maybe later, depending on how the night's going.
Do you do replays and so on, or?
Right now, I'm having them recorded on Twitch, but they're getting muted, so I'm probably going to just delete them. I don't know. I don't have anywhere else that I can put it, because everybody will mute it. YouTube, Facebook. Until I get on Live 365 and then get with all of these platforms and say, hey, look, here's my license, and you can send royalties to these people.
Here's my permission.
So I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody.
Just trying to help them out in the long run.
Yeah. Well, with royalties, it goes from about $1,000 a year. It can go all the way up to about $1,000 a month, depending on how many listeners you have. So,
yeah, I don't know how any of that works.
There's been a whole lot of research,
man,
trying to figure out how to get this going. Like I said, I've got a couple of friends that have stations, and I just want to put it out there, and I would never try and take anything from anybody. It's theirs. We have one band, they're called the Bellwethers. They had a picture that was taken of the band in front of a garage door, and then they had a picture of or a little cover picture for one of their singles that they released. Well, I took that picture and I put it on the garage door and made it look like it was painted on the garage door. And then I sent it to them, like, is this okay? And they're like, yeah, can we use that? I'm like, I don't know why you're asking me. It's your picture. I only played with it. You can do whatever you want with it.
Right.
So that's just it. I just, try to have fun. I dabble in Photoshop a little bit. I've created all my own logos.
Nice.
There's a little thievery involved, but yeah, I don't think enough to get me in any trouble. So
Yeah.
we'll see what the future.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. All right. Well, Monday is 8:30 to 11:30
Ish.
catch
Ish.
ish or longer.
And if you show up and say, "Hey,"
yeah, go in and
if you create a username that is your band name, and then say, "Hey, woohoo, we're here," I'll
connect.
pull up a song from you and play it for you and everybody else. And I'm probably playing it anyway, but
create an account, get on the show, let them know what you want him to play out, and who knows, maybe he'll bring you on his show.
There's another platform that I use. It's called iVlog.tv, and I have a pro account on there, and it has 5 video screens underneath the main video screen, and you can join in. You can click on it, and it'll turn your camera kind of like this. You can join in, not audio, but you can just join in on the video and say, "Hey, everybody."
Oh, you just no sound.
I think there's a way to do it, but it's probably better not.
All right. Well, we have all of our equipment that we haul with us, so one day if we ever make it over to your studio, we could always do it that way.
Absolutely. And, well, even if on iVlog, if you're in one of the little boxes, you just call and do the audio over the. Because I've got a cable plugged into the board. I just plugged the phone in. And, you're live.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for being on our show as our guest.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. I hope we get some more people come check out the show.
Yeah, definitely. Now that's why we had to get you on here, so everybody knows who you are and know where to find you. I mean, we could promote stuff all day long, but people are like, they want to know what it's about. They want to know who it is and what are they doing and why. And so now hopefully after this, they will know and they understand, and hopefully you'll get more viewers.
Exactly.
We shall see.
Awesome. I take requests. You come into the channel and go, "Hey, I want to hear something from."
Yeah.
Even if it's a regular
mainstream.
Yeah, if you want to hear it, I'll play it for you. But
I go in as Rockin' Free. So Travis, if you create an account, you can do Rockin' Free Live.
There you go.
Yeah, so then you'll know which one is who.
Or Rockin' Free Dose.
Yeah. Rockin' Free Penny, Rockin' Free.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider. I'll be Ghost. He could be the writer. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, it's been fun, and
absolutely.
Thanks for coming on. And all right, so I guess that's it. Anything else, Travis?
Yeah, let's go to bed. I'm tired.
Well, all right, you go to bed. I'll be up for a while. All right. All right.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Right. And we got our sponsors. Peace.